Assalamu alaikum everyone, hope you're doing well inshallah. In today's video guys, we are going to see how we can create this anime wooden floor inside of Blender. And before we start guys, make sure to subscribe, leave a like and comment and share this video with your friends. 99% of you guys not subscribing or not subscribed. So please guys, subscribe for more things, more tutorials, more stuff, more anything, okay? It's just a great way to show me your support guys. But I'm not forcing you to do that, so yeah, it's easy, take it easy. This is the final result of this project. As you can see, it's amazing, I like it, and yeah, let's do it together guys. And I'm going to select everything by hitting A and then X, okay, and delete it. And now I'm going to add Shift A mesh plane. Okay, this plane is going to act like the placeholder for the shader, okay, and I'm going to name it wooden floor, okay, just in case. I'm going to go to the render properties right now, and I'm going to enable bloom and the threshold 0, okay, and I'm going to go down a little bit in the film tab, make sure it's transparent, and then into the color management, make sure we have the view transform sets to standard, because it's anime, we are not going to deal with realistic stuff, okay, it's stylized, it's painterly look. I don't care about realism. Okay, I'm going to pull up this window here, and I'm going to switch to the shader edit, and I'm going to click new, add new material, and I'm going to call it wooden floor. Okay, so the basic idea is to create tiles. What node can do that? It's the brick texture. It's your friend, by the way. Shift A and click at the search and search for brick texture. And a quick tip, you can right click and add it to your favorites, okay? So whenever you click Q, you have the quick favorite menu, and you can switch, you can select, the brick texture, okay? Nice. And a quick tip, you can go to edit preferences, and then in the add-ons tab or the extensions in the newer versions, you can search here for node wrangler. This add-on help you a lot in the shading or in any place, okay? So I'm going to select the brick texture, and I'm going to click Control and Shift and left click, and we can visualize that, okay, straight. As you can see, this is the brick texture. It's amazing, okay? It's nothing like the wood tiles. We need to modify that. So I'm going to play first. I'm going to play with the mortal size, which is that black strip. As I'm going to make it super, hold shift so it can move precisely. This value is going to work for me, okay? And I'm going to play with the mortar smoothness, okay? I'm going to play with that so we can add some bevel here, as you can see. So just play with that value until you see something that you like, okay? And now we need to turn them into so I'm going to play with the brick width, so we have something like so, and make sure we have nothing here, okay? With make sure we don't have that black stuff, okay? Just move them here in case maybe you want to bake this texture and export it to another program, okay? It's easy. Maybe in some of my videos I'm going to explain how to do baking. Baking is amazing. Just use the baked textures. You can create your own and save them in another file. You can use them, okay, without using the actual one, which is saving a lot of memory, okay? So your PC can't just calculate everything, every single stuff, okay? So anyways, I'm going to add some vector coordinates, which is the mapping node and texture coordinates. So I'm going to press Ctrl T with the help of Node Wrangler add-on. Okay, as you can see, we have it. We can plug that into the object, but I'm going to leave it with generated so we have that scaling properly, okay? Anyways, I'm going to duplicate that brick texture with its coordinates with Shift and D, and I'm going to move it here. And again, I'm going to select it, Shift and D, and move it up, okay? Don't care about this one. I'm going to leave it for later, okay? This one here, I'm going to offset it by a value of 0.001 on the y-axis. As you can see, this is the y-axis. I already prepared some color palettes here, as you can see. so we can use. Okay, you can see this one, the middle one, I'm going to add for it mix color, and let's set that to mix, and I'm going to plug the color into the factor here. And for the color A, I'm going to copy this hex value here, as you can see. I'm going to paste it into the hex value, which is 997154. Okay, and for the color B, let's copy that again. Okay, which is 8A644C. Okay, and I'm going to add another mix color for this one, for the bottom one. Again, this one should be in the factor, and for the color A, I'm going to copy the hex value. Okay, which is 33251C. Okay, and for the B, I'm going to copy that and plug it here or paste it here, which is 956C52. Okay, and I'm going to add another mix color and set that to color dodge. Okay, sorry, color dodge. Color burn will work, okay, but color dodge is going to be perfect. I'm going to plug the first mix into the color B and the bottom one into the color A. The factor should be 1. And I'm going to, yeah, it's already in color dodge. Control Shift and left click so we can visualize that. Okay, it's a good combination. It's working perfectly. I'm going to add another mix color and set that to color. Make sure the factor sets to 1. And I'm going to add a noise texture and a color ramp. And for that noise texture, I'm going to press Ctrl and T, and let's visualize that noise texture. We need to modify it. Ctrl Shift and left click so we can. For the details, I'm going to add 3.6, and for the scale, it's enough. 5 is good. And for the scale, I'm going to stretch it a little bit, okay, by a value of 1, maybe. Yeah, that value could work. Okay, nice. And I'm going to plug the factor into the factor here. And then I'm going to plug the color into the color B, or you can plug that into. Let's visualize that and see. Okay, let's do some color ramp adjustments. For this color here, I'm going to use this hex value. Okay, sorry, this hex value. Let's paste that here. The value is D7B944. Okay, and for that, I'm going to use the second one. And this hex value is FDFF. AF. Okay, and it is working. I'm going to add another mix color and set that to color dodge again, or you can use linear lighting just to, you know, play with that. And for that one, make sure the factor is set to 1. I'm going to move a little bit here, so some space. Let's put that into frame with Ctrl J, move that frame down a little bit, and we can frame all of these and that with Ctrl J. Okay, that put those. I'm going to add a noise texture with its color ramp, and you guessed that we need the mapping node and texture coordinates, so Ctrl T to add them. I'm going to copy the same scale, put that here, and the details 3.6 because I remember that. And for the scale, I'm going to increase it maybe by 65, and let's visualize that and see it. Okay, this is what I need. It's perfect. I'm going to plug the factor into the factor here, and I'm going to maybe plug that color the factory. Let's visualize that. I'm going to take the third mix color B, which is this hex value, and I'm going to paste it here. And the hex value is, okay, let's see it, BBAF98. Okay, this is the hex value, and it is working perfect. And I'm going to add another mix color and set that to color dodge, or maybe let's remove that and put that here. Okay, and let's take this hex value and paste it here. Okay, which is D1CD C7. Okay, this is the hex value, guys. Let's move up these guys here, and I'm going to play with these colors a little. Okay, or we can use the factor instead with that here. And this one we can plug it into the roughness. This one, by the way, needs to be plugged in base color, and let's visualize that principle. Okay, so we see our work. Okay, it's working. Let's play with that so we have some roughness going on. Okay, actually it is cool. I like that. Completely Amazing. Just to add some depth, I'm going to add here a bump node. I guess it's in my favorite. No. So let's search for that with that bump node, add it to your quick favorites and add it here. And I'm going to add the result to the height and make sure it is working like so, and plug the normal into the normal here of the principal BSCF. Okay, just wait for the shader to compile. You can see it is working. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see, what do we need? Do we need something else? I guess no. We need to play now with these boys. I'm going to add a noise texture with its color ramp and the texture coordinates and mapping stuff. This one, I'm going to add some highlights to this wood. Okay, so let's visualize that. Let's actually add another color ramp here and add a mix color. Set that to multiply so we can break up the pattern of these stuff. Okay, to add the highlights, I'm going to turn that into constant, and then let's flip the color ramp and just move the slider so we have only this white stuff, and connect that to the color B and that into the color A. Make sure the factor sets to 1, and let's visualize that. Okay, we have nothing, so we need to play with these sliders here, maybe flip them. As you can see, we have something going on. Okay, now we can play with the details, so we can add some stuff going on here. Okay, add some roughness, and it should be working like so. Okay, we don't need to play with anything more, and I can go back to the brick texture again, and let's play with the mortar size. Okay, that is too much. Let's add a 0 here, and let's add 2 maybe. Okay, or even 1 to make it slim. Okay, because it's just a highlight. And we can add that to the base color with the mix color again, and make sure this one sets to add, and add those together. The factor should be 1 and the result to the base color. And let's visualize that. Okay, it is working perfectly, okay, as I want to. We can add a matte node after that mix color and set that to multiply and play with that value here so we can increase or decrease. It's like acting like emission here. And now let's add some extra stuff. Okay, I'm going to use layer weight, mark that as a quick favorite, add it here, and I'm going to add color ramp so we can control that, and connect the Fresnel into the factor and the color into the emission tab, and the strength should be just 0.2 or 0.3 is going to work, one of them. Okay, it is working, but it's kinda too much, so just play with that slider and just add a color here, maybe that color, maybe. Okay, just add any color that you feel like is going to work. Okay, and make sure to save your file in case. Okay, anyways, and I'm going maybe to add sheen, maybe sheen, a little bit of sheen. Okay, a little bit. And for the tint, let's take that color again. Okay, or red or pink or whatever color. Okay, is everything is working? Okay, I forgot about the screen space refractions. Let's enable that and see if we have some difference. Clearly we have nothing. Just enable that, maybe in the render viewport. I'm going to switch to the render viewport right now. As you can see, it's blank, so we need to add Shift A light, sorry, not mesh, light, and spotlight. I'm going to switch to the front view with numpad 1, move that here and rotate it a little. Okay, and move it again in the x-axis, and let's crank up that light. Okay, let's go to the settings of that light. Okay, we can play with its size, by the way. Okay, and we can play with its blend. Okay, make sure the blend is set to 1 and the size maybe something like this. Let's add some radius for it so we have some reflections here. Okay, let's enable the compositor. Okay, always the compositor. Okay, now let's go to the compositing tab, use nodes, and I'm going to add the glare node. You guessed that, so let's add it to quick favorites, glare node, and switch that to fog glow. Do we have something new? Simple saw. Okay, and make sure the quality sets to high or medium. One of them is going to work, and the threshold 0.9 or even 0.6 to make some extra stuff. The size 9, and for the paint look, okay, I have no idea how to say paint stuff. Okay, anyways, I'm going to add the Kohara node and leave it as the classic. Okay, we don't need any high stuff. Okay, and let's lower down the size because it's too much and it's going to distort our result. Be value like, let's go to the viewport and see if everything really well. Okay, it's amazing. It's like the original. Okay, I like it, and I guess you like it too, guys. And this is it for that wood. Okay, you totally have the ability to add anything and play with these colors. Yeah, and salam.